Here we are for the final hour of our Christmas Day programme. And guess who we're going to be speaking to after this? For a golden year this Christmas Day, and joining us, well, he is Mr. Christmas for most of us.
I am.
Noddy Holder, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Ken. How are you?
Pretty good, thank you. We're all doing fine, considering.
Have you had any turkey yet today?
No, I'm saving that for a little bit later. About 3 o'clock, I think I'll be doing
You being the Scottish man that you are, do you have turkey or do you have a haggis with a piece of holly in it or something?
Do you know, I never ate haggis until I moved south of the border. I never ate it when I was in Scotland. But
I like haggis.
I do too. I absolutely love it. But not on Christmas Day. No, it's got to be turkey.
No, probably not.
Turkey. Are you going to be celebrating in the traditional fashion today?
I am going to be in the traditional fashion. My daughter is cooking Christmas lunch. First time I've not had to cook Christmas lunch in, God, for 40-odd years.
Right, and you normally the cook on Christmas Day?
I'm the chef, yes, I'm normally the chef, and I do a very good Christmas lunch.
Excellent.
But this year I'm having it off.
Oh, good, you just sit there and let people...
I just vegetate and just eat and drink.
Nothing wrong with
as
that.
the mood takes me.
Yes, occasionally you may eat, occasionally you may drink,
Yeah.
and most of the time you may vegetate. Yeah,
That's true.
Lovely, lovely. Well, look, we must go back and think about your golden year. The year you've chosen is 1973, which was
Yes.
a big year for you and for Slade.
It was a big year. We had 3 number ones in that particular year, all of which went to number 1 the first day of release.
And Merry Christmas, Everybody was one of those number ones in that year. How did that song come about?
What happened was Jim's mother-in-law, the Christmas of 72, she challenged him to come up. She said, you'll never be able to write a Christmas song like the ilk of White Christmas, Bing Crosby or anything like that. And Jim pooh-poohed it and thought no more about it. Then he decided he wanted to take up the challenge of his mother-in-law had set him. So he came up with this verse melody that was very commercial. And he hadn't got a chorus for it, and he remembered a song that I'd written way back in 1967. It was in the hippy-dippy era, and it was called Buy Me a Rocking Chair to Watch the World Go By. And Jim remembered the chorus from that song, the melody from it, and he put that with the verse that he had, this new verse that he had, and he played it me. He said, do you think this could be a Christmas song? And I said, well, it sounds very commercial. And I went away that night, went to the pub, went back to my mum and dad's in Wolverhampton that I was staying with that particular night, had a few whiskies, and I sat down and wrote the lyrics in one sitting during the night, with a bottle of whiskey by my side, and it worked out anyway.
Yeah, that's how a classic comes about, isn't it? It's quite amazing. Amazing story. Now, we need to go back to the other songs from 1973 that you've asked to hear. First of those is Stevie Wonder, Superstition. Why have you chosen that?
What happened was Motown Records, they got Polydor, my label in UK. They became the distributors for Motown, and they had a launch party in London, and they had a surprise guest artist, and on walked Stevie Wonder in this little club in London, tiny little club, and he was playing keyboards, and he went through his hits. He went hit after hit. Of course, the audience were cheering for more, cheering for more. In the end, he'd been on for about an hour. I think he was only supposed to be able to do a couple of songs, but he went on, and in the end, he had to say, look, if you lot don't go home now, I'm going to drive you home. Which I thought it was quite a good gag for Stevie Wonder. So anyway, I'm a huge fan, and Superstition, I just love it.
Noddy Holder is choosing his favourite songs from 1973, and the next one is Wizard, See My Baby Jive.
Aha. Well, my old pal Roy Wood and Wizard. Of course, See My Baby Jive was a number 1 he had in the mid part of 1973. But on the Christmas day, Top of the Pops, of course, we'd gone to number 1 with our record, and Roy's Christmas record got to number 4. So he was miffed that they hadn't got the number 1 spot. So on the Christmas day, Top of the Pops, as used to be, all the number 1s of the year, all the acts used to appear and play the number 1s during the year. Obviously, Roy was on doing See My Baby Jive, and we were going to obviously finish Top of the Pops show with Merry Christmas, Everybody, because that was the current number 1 at the time. And as I got to the last chorus singing Merry Christmas, Everybody, Roy Wood and Wizard, they all came on and they custard pied me in the face halfway through the chorus of the Christmas Day.
Noddy Holder is choosing his favourite songs from 1973, and the last of the 3 you've chosen, Noddy, is Stuck in the Middle with You by Steelers Wheel.
I always had a thing for this record. It was always so catchy. Jerry Rafferty, I was always a fan of Jerry Rafferty also, and he came up with great songs, and it was so catchy. And of course, it took on a life of its own, that song. It's been in loads of movies, background music, TV shows. It seems to hung around, and it doesn't seem to date. It's still catchy, doesn't seem to date at all. Everybody knows Stuck in the Middle with You, from maybe not from the original record, but from movies and whatever they may have seen it in. just a great, great record. I wish I'd have written it.
Well, Jerry Rafferty and Joe Egan were behind that, of course, and we're going to hear that in a second or two. Just before we have to say goodbye, Noddy, what does the next year hold for you? What are you planning to do?
I never plan that far ahead at the moment. I'm 77 years old now, so I don't really plan what I'm going to do in the next year. This year, I happen to have started to do some live shows with an 8-piece boogie-woogie jazz band, all under 30. They haven't got a clue what I'm talking about half the time, but they're just great musicians. They call us Tom Seals Band. So I may be doing some more dates with them in the coming year, hopefully.
We'd love to see that. It's been great fun talking to you again, Noddy, after all these years. Lovely to hear from you, and I hope you have a fabulous Christmas and a great New Year.
You too, Ken. Merry Christmas!
Thanks so much to Noddy Holder, for choosing his golden year and talking to us today. It's always a delight to speak with Noddy. What a guy he is.